Good morning, everyone. Mother's Day can be a day of big feelings in many different directions. And one piece I like to hold up is using this day as a way of honoring the women, regardless of their biological or social relationship to us, who have cared for us and have been a part of our journey. I was raised by not only my biological mom, but by dozens of other women who poured their care into me in their own ways. Adult female friends who gave an extra hand, teachers, and those who took me in whenever I needed it. I am so grateful for them, and I wish you ease and gratitude today for any and all women who have been caring towards you. And when I think about audacious awe, I think of Anne of Green Gables. My grandmother introduced me to her, and I have always been struck by her passion and sense of reverence at any given moment. I love the story based on L.M. Montgomery's books, and this is If I Couldn't Be Anne by Kallie George and illustrated by Geneviève Godbout. If I couldn't be Anne with an E, I'd be a gull, a splendid, swooping one, or a rose, so I could find out all the lovely things that flowers say. Or the wind, dancing around the treetops, waving in the ferns, and tickling the lake to make it laugh. If I couldn't be Anne with an E, I'd be a tightrope walker, breathless and brave. Or a lily maid, drifting dreamily through the summer. Or a fancy lady, pouring a cup of tea in a fancy grown-uppish way. If I couldn't be Anne with an E, I'd be an echo, far away but friendly. Or an invisible friend who lives in a book, a kindred spirit to anyone in need. If I couldn't be Anne with an E, I'd be a dyad, perching on an old pine, or a plain little wood elf hiding under a mushroom. Or a frost fairy, flitting through the woods, turning the trees yellow and red for fall. If I couldn't be Anne with an E, I certainly wouldn't be a cook forced to follow a recipe. And I certainly wouldn't have red hair, although red is divinely beautiful when compared to ghastly green. But I would be a princess who lives in marble halls or in a palace made of apple blossoms. Or maybe I'd live in a star, that lovely big clear one above the dark hill, and my name would be Cordelia, since that is a perfectly elegant name. But if I must be Anne, I want to be Anne with an E, and I want to live here at Green Gables, where I watch the gulls, smell the roses, dance around the trees, have tea with my friends, walk the rooftops, recite poetry, say hello to my echo, love all the seasons, and wear my perfect puffed sleeves. Because some things are even better than imagination.